and Katie Walderman.
Hello, and thanks for joining us.
On the programme this evening.
The ordeal goes on for the mum of murdered toddler James Bulger. For the second time, Denise Fergus will see killer John Venables plead with the parole board for his freedom.
I'm just hoping and praying that they do take into consideration everything that he's done, murdering James and whatever he's done after that. And I'm hoping that they realise that he is still a high risk to other kids.
The debate in Parliament about banning under-16s from social media. 16 of our region's Labour MPs say we should. We'll be hearing live from some young people who could be affected.
So please don't rain me in.
How Sam Fender and just about every music megastar will be making for Manchester's Co-op Live next month, the first ever Brit Awards outside London.
How the future of our region's rarest squirrels can't be taken as read. We look at a new campaign to save the species.
Well, we start tonight with the ongoing torment of a mother whose 2-year-old son was murdered by 2 primary school children.
Yeah, back in 1993, the murder of James Bulger on Merseyside made headlines around the world, and the subsequent release of his 2 killers when they turned 18 angered many.
Well, now James's mother, Denise, is facing a fresh ordeal as one of her son's killers, John Venables, again bids to be released from prison from where he was returned for breaching his licence.
Well, she says his case should never be considered, as our Merseyside correspondent Andy Bonner reports.
The murder of 2-year-old James Bulger shocked the nation. The toddler was kidnapped from a shopping centre and tortured by 2 10-year-old boys in 1993. John Venables and Robert Thompson were released on licence with new identities after serving 8 years in secure youth accommodation.
I said years ago when James was first taken from me that because they weren't properly punished for the crime that they committed, they're going to go on to reoffend. Now, we definitely know one has, not just once, but twice. He's been caught with drugs, so I don't know why he wasn't taken into prison for that. He was entered in Merseyside, he's going to Everton games, which is not far from where I live. He's just broke all rules.
In fact, it was when indecent images of children were found on his computer that Venables was twice recalled to prison. Now, James's mother is preparing for another parole hearing where his anonymity will be protected.
It's annoying. It's really annoying. You know, he's probably known everything about me. He probably knows everything about my family. We get to know nothing about him, nothing at all. Everything is kept quiet on him. But, you know, I'm having to fight justice for James. I'm having to do that because of what he's done.
Speaking to Good Morning Britain, Denise said parole hearings are mentally draining, but it's something she needs to be a part of.
I've been living a life of a nightmare, but, you know, at the end of the day, when there's no fight there, I go back to being a mum and a wife, which is what I love doing. You know, that's the job that I prefer to do. But, you know, when something like this comes off, I've got to, like, stand up and, you know, start fighting again.
Denise Fergus wants the law to change, saying breaches of parole should mean no more chances. The government told us the Lord Chancellor now has the power to refer certain release decisions for the most serious offenders to the High Court for a second check.
I'm just hoping and praying that they do take into consideration everything that he's done, murdering James and whatever he's done after that. And I'm hoping that they realise that he is still a high risk to other kids, and I hope he never sees the light of day again, because I know if he gets out, and I've said this time and time again, if he gets out, we will end up with another case like James.
Andy Bonner, ITV News.